Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. A late season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will put total leather to crank us up. The returner will field it and bring it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Missouri's return team didn't help matters out much there. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Slams into the mile, he'll get one to the 17. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to scramble. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense has the ball for the first time. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David.
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
They'll go to the counter play. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Scrambling away. Keeps it and gets the first down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They get him on the ground. A 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The run from the shotgun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll return it. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here's the handoff. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. After the misconnection, it's second down. On the ground with the counter. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one. They got through, got to the quarterback, got him on the ground. Not good execution by the offense, but it still counts as a sack.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Makes a catch and knocked down. Here on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're going back to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Now adjusting. He's in open space downfield. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. And the Volunteers are on the move. The give to the back. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After run, now throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Get it out on the screen. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. NC State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up a 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They go right back to him. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Missouri wants to go fast.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? To the ground to try to pick up the first. The Tigers will move the sticks. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Mizzou trying to cash in on a red zone trip. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. 3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty.
Encroachment.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Snap it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. This offense has a 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Off play action. Finds his big tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're bringing heat. Finds his tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The balls are on the move. To the air on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. And now on second down for this offense. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires on the move. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Fires into the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Vols trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. He makes a grab. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. They've stalled out a bit in the red zone. Just a couple of field goals on 3 previous trips now to get it in on second and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. And here they come to give it another shot on third and goal from the 3. He wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points together, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the move, he fires.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
All by himself down the middle. The 20. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Listen, anybody can run the option, and it looks great. Multiple options, going to be very hard to defend. The quarterback has to make great decisions. Nice read, nice job running the football, chewing up some yards and making a big play.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Now on second and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14, Tennessee, 13.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a host, and he's seen that thing in there. The running back has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Missouri! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Bruce Gradkowski should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 11 to Michigan State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. He finds his man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that. On third down, going up top. It's complete on the right side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Missouri, 24. Tennessee, 13.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll open the second half with a run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. The snap sets up the throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And the DB right with him to knock it away. And the Volunteers send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They go to the draw. Oh, gave the defender the business. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Nice move to keep moving. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He'll keep it himself. Still running at the 40. Oh, there's the ball. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. It's great to have a running threat at quarterback, but he's got to take care of the ball once he gets into traffic, and he didn't there.
He does, Reese, and he's a guy that is going to get a lot of opportunities to carry the football in this game because of the speed and because of his open field running ability, but you're right. You've got to be better with your ball security. This defense, when they see the quarterback running, they start getting excited. That's a guy they feel they can rip the ball away from. They did right there.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Leaves it with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. 3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Now they're going to throw it. Gets it out fast.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down.
They stripped it out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. Now they'll try the right side. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The lone back's got it. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll try the run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here on third down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown ball! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
They're going to go ahead and go for two here and try to make it a field goal game. From the gun, looking for a man. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down. I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense was offside.
Tennessee, 19.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive reason. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not, but my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They're trying to get to it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
The Vols will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll run it from the gun. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. After the run, now to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off play action on first down. Connection to the right, to the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He's got 69 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Running back searching for a hole. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. Now the play fake. Fires to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Volunteers! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. From the gun. Makes the catch. A 2-point conversion is good. So it's an 80-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Handoff to the single back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here?
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes his connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll call for the fair catch here. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They'll throw it on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Got his man quickly. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Tigers are rolling down the field. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. On target to the left. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Louisiana. any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And now on third down after that last run. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They'll throw it on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On second down, he's looking downfield. They're working that left side. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. He's going to pass. Firing deep. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Trying play action. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
First down for this offense. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.